Hello, everybody, and welcome to Toffee Bluecast. We are back pre-match night, the night before. We haven't got Paul with us tonight, but we have another member of the channel. You all know him, Jamie, in the building to do the pre-match. It's Burnley at home against Everton, and it's a big one. So get involved. I can see plenty on already. The numbers are there. If you are on Twitter, there's a link above. I'll put it there for you. Hit the link. Come over to YouTube. And we can get your comments on the screen and see what you think. We have a format on Toffee Bluecast. What we do is we bring Everton fans together. So we always engage with you in the comments. So put on what you think. But what we do is we'll look at the last 5 games of Burnley to look at their form. We'll put it on the screen for you. The last 5 games of Everton to look at their form. We'll put it on the screen on you. Then we'll look at the last lineups Burnley played, the last lineup Everton played. And then we'll also do our lineup predictions. That's where you in the comments put your lineup predictions in the comments. We'll put it on the screen. We'll say what we think of your lineup prediction. You say what you think of ours, because me and Jamie will give our lineup predictions as well. So it's a good little go. It's a good pre-match night. And then we finish with score predictions as well to see who can get it right. So get involved in the comments, move over, and let's do this. Jamie, how are you feeling?
It's one of those, isn't it, mate? You can't really feel anything but confident at the moment. Good run of form, a good vein of goal scoring from everyone. Mate, couldn't be better at the moment. I mean, we've responded really well to the points deduction. We've pretty much already wiped out the points that they took away from us anyway. So, mate, can't feel anything but confident at the moment, especially against these Tory bastards.
No, we do feel like we're on cloud 9 at the minute. I mean, we'll get straight into this now and put the form of both teams up. And the biggest smile on my face doing this, Jamie, because Everton's form, I've been hoping for something like this, but this does not look like Everton's form, but it is. I'm going to put it on the screen now. Here we go. Everton's last 5 games, Burnley's last 5 games on the screen. Have a look, people. Tell us what you think. Get involved in the comments. I will have a look now and give you shout-outs in the comments. West Egg's in the building. Charlie is here. Loads of new ones as well. Paul, all in. Love it. Love it. Get involved. Right, so look at that Everton forward, Jamie. Win, lose. We shouldn't have lost against Man U either. And then win.
No.
That's crazy, isn't it?
Mate, it's sublime, the turnaround, especially when you think the opening 5 games of the season where we couldn't hit a barn door. Do you know what I mean? It's all about your chance conversion. And you look at it that way. Look, last 5 games, what we've got 12 goals in the last 5 games. Totally the night and day from the start of the season. Yeah, we had the blip against United. Unfortunately, we can dissect the goal as much as it was. It was a world-class goal that pretty much deflated us on probably one of the biggest home days that we'd have had after the points deduction. It just went from bad to worse there. But you just look at the vein of results, especially, and the thing that puts a smile on my face is the last 2 home games. The fact that we've got two back-to-back clean sheets and wins at home, it's a big turnaround. So, long may it continue. And when you look on the other side of the coin, you look at Burnley's. All right, you look at the Sheffield United game where they stuffed them 5. They don't seem to score a lot of goals.
No, but there was a card in that game as well, wasn't the Sheffield United?
Yeah,
I think there was 2 cards, wasn't in that game?
Believe so.
Yeah, there was a card in that game. I mean, I'm not saying that they won 5-0 just because there was a card, because sometimes you can get a red card and still not win 5-0. But the sending off definitely would have helped Burnley in that game. They do look like, when you look at it, Burnley there, they've drew the last game against Brighton, which is a good result against Brighton. We would say a draw was good for us. We should have beat Brighton, by the way. But then they lost, then they won. Then the lost. They're trying to find good form. When you look at them there, ain't they? They're trying to pick back up. And if you asked a lot of Burnley fans, they'd say after that win, they lost, but then drew against Brighton, which is decent. They're trying to get back on track. These are Burnley, ain't they? Trying to stay up.
Yeah, they need to effectively do an Everton. They need to get like a run of games together. But every time they seem to get a point or a win, they seem to then go on a downward spiral where they lose the next 2 or 3. So. Hopefully that's a figure of what's going to happen tomorrow.
I don't think you can like the way I am now, because we've been in 2 relegation battles, I don't down tool any team. I don't look at this Burnley team. We'll get them on the screen in a minute. I don't look at them and think, oh, we're just going to run or we're going to smash them because we've got 4 wins there. I actually know that this is going to be a hard game, but I do believe that we've been very good our last 3 games. And if we're up to that standard, we should be able to give Burnley a good game here. We should be able to get the. Would you say we've got to be looking to win this, haven't we, Jamie? Surely.
I wouldn't say we've got to be lucky. I think we've just got to play our game. And I think we proved that against Chelsea and Newcastle, where before those games, you could quite easily say that we were not the favourites going into the games because of where we are in the league. Obviously, you look at the points deductions, the reason we are where we are in the league, but then you look at form, and we should really have been favourites of both. Newcastle, they tried to play their game. Our press game completely nullified what they were trying to do. And you look at the end result, you know what I mean? We put 3 past them. Not many are going to put 3 past them this season. Same with Chelsea. Chelsea tried to play their open style of football. Our press game caused them many, many problems. And then again, you look at the outcome. We got the goal. We tried to soak up the pressure, and then we got the late goal to win. So I think it's more about playing our own game than letting Burnley play their game. Don't forget, they're at home. They're probably their best results are probably going to come. I mean, you look at the Sheffield United game. Their best results for them are probably going to come at home this season. You're right. We don't downsize any team or downtool any team. But I am quietly confident about
the Blues
this.
just said there. I said we should be looking to beat them, but we've got to be lucky as well. You do need a bit of luck as well, but yeah, we should be looking to beat them. Blues is in the building. He's there. Look.
But no, 100%. For me, it is, but it's not. But it's a 6-pointer effectively, because where we are both are within the league. This is a big game because this will effectively either push us further away from Burnley or drag us closer to Burnley. So it's for me, it's a 6-pointer. So they should be looking at it the same way that we are. That this is a must-win game. Do you know what I mean? Because if you're going to survive those around you, the biggest thing within the season is to beat those around you. So we beat Forest, who were around about. Palace are getting drawn back into it. We beat them. So we just need to keep on that consistent frame of beat Sheffield in the return leg, beat Luton in the return leg, beat Burnley in the return leg, and just push ourselves further and further away from them and just get ourselves back up the league.
Do you know the way I see it? I don't know if you think the same as well. If you go and beat, I see. I'm sorry if people get offended by this, Burnley fans, but I see Chelsea and Newcastle as better than Burnley. So I think when we go and get a good result against Chelsea, if we go and lose against Burnley, it takes away the good result that we got last game, because you think, oh, we should have that's a lose against Chelsea, and then we should have beat Burnley. That's the way I do think. I actually think, like, if you get a good result against a big team, you don't go and give those 3 points to Burnley the next game. For me, you've got to make sure you back it up, like you say. And we've won 3 in a row. We've got to look to win 4 in a row this game. You can't, because when you look at on the board there, you see Everton win, loss, win. You think we're okay, but because the Premier League are corrupt, we're not okay yet. We'll be okay if we keep playing like that. If you take your foot off the gas and we lose against Burnley, that can start putting you in shit again. So what we need to do is we need to make sure that we do stay on the ball. That form there that Everton have got will keep you up, but we do need to make sure we keep that form, don't we?
It's important as well. I think Everton's just celebrating in the comments there. Newcastle just equalised against Spurs, but it's been ruled out for offside, thankfully, or I believe it has. But yeah, no, you're 100% right, and you've got to. Oh, there goes. That's funny.
What happened?
Bear with me one moment. Bit of technical difficulties there as I moved.
It twist on you.
Yeah, can you see me?
No, it's gone black screen now. Everton, aren't we? So I'm just going to go through. I'm going to go through the form there before we move on, and then we'll get the team on as last game. So you've got literally Burnley played Brighton 1-1. Burnley played Wolves 1-0. Burnley played Sheffield United. They spanked them 5-0. A lot of Burnley fans got excited after that. Burnley fans was down and they were saying they was going to get relegated. A lot of them, not all of them, but a lot was down. And they're thinking, where's a win going to come from? They're thinking, oh, we're struggling in the Premier League. And then they go and get that 5-0 win. And you can see the form get better after that win. You can, because they lose, but then they get a draw as well. We know as Everton fans the difference a win can make. So after that 5-0, it boosted Burnley back up. Burnley are looking to do well. They're looking to win this game. They'll probably see Everton at the minute. I actually don't think we'll be in a relegation battle as the season progresses, because I think we'll be miles away from that. We're too good for that this season. But Burnley will see us as a team that's going to be in a relegation battle with us. So I do feel that they'll really want to beat us this game. Well, they have to want to beat us. They ain't going to care about Everton. They need to beat us this game. Looking at Everton's form, Everton 2-0 against Chelsea. Everton 3-0 against... I can't believe I'm saying this. Everton 2-0 against Chelsea. Everton 3-0 against Newcastle. Everton 1-0 against Forest. Man U, we should have scored. That young kid cleared it off the line. We would have been in that game. And they got an overhead kick, which they didn't get any other game. And they went crap after they played us. We didn't get them crap. Man U, we should have beat them. Everton could be sitting with 5 wins there. Crystal Palace would beat them as well. We ain't going to be in a relegation battle. Everything that Everton's just said there. I completely agree. Emma, yeah, I would like Jamie on why I say this. I want to see what Jamie thought as well. What do I've been tweeting about this, Emma. What do I think to the to Burnley saying we're not allowed to take the corrupt banners in and we're not allowed to take the cards in? It doesn't surprise me. First of all, Burnley have rules where they just don't let anyone take banners or cards in. That's the rules. That's the rules. They don't. It's not something they've just put in place against Everton. This is what I've read. It's Burnley have always said they don't let people take paper cards in and stuff like that for safety, and they don't let people take banners in. If that's the rules, that's the rule. Secondly, even if Burnley wanted to, like, say, if they just put this in place for Everton and said, right, we're not going to let Everton do this because we don't want them doing the banners and stuff like that. Burnley are in competition with us. It's us or them go down. They see it. They're not going to back us up. Burnley want us to get the 10-point deduction in my eyes. If I was a Burnley fan, I wouldn't care about Everton. I wouldn't care. So I expect it. I do expect it with them. Burnley missing 2 or more players. Jamie will be back in a minute. He's just had a technical difficulty. I'm sure he'll be back in a couple of seconds. Just get your comments on the screens while we're going to move on to the lineup that Burnley had last game. We're going to move up to the lineup that Everton had last game. Just get your comments on. So the topic at the minute is the cards getting banned and stuff like that. So Prince Rupert there, safety reasons. Are they scared of paper cuts or something? No, they can catch fire or something like that. I don't know. It could be bullcrap. I don't even know. But ask yourself as an Everton fan now, if we're brutal, we let fireworks off, we don't care. We'll do anything to stay in the Premier League. Burnley also will do anything to stay in the Premier League. They should do anyway if they've got anything good about them. So why would Burnley want us why would Burnley let us protest to get the 10 points back? They want us to have the 10 points, Burnley do. Like, that's what I'm saying to you. Burnley want us to have the 10 points because it puts us, they'll think we could be in a relegation battle with us and we could go down instead of them. So why would they let us and facilitate us putting banners up, trying to push the Premier League to give us the 10 points back? Why would they do that? I'm not surprised. And the Blues has just said that the same. I think you're more stupid if you think, no disrespect, but I think if you think that Burnley at the bottom of the league and us down there with them, go and let us in their stadium say to the Premier League, give us our 10 points back. I think if you're saying that and you think that they're going to be okay with that, that's stupid if they do that. Why would they get behind us? They get behind the other team. They're not going to get behind Everton. So you can't expect that in my eyes. You just can't. That's just my opinion on that. I know a lot have got different opinions, and I know it's made a lot frustrated. Are they trying to sue us? It wouldn't surprise me if they're in there with them. teams that are above us, like, they'll let us take the banners in the stadium because they don't care. They don't think they're going to be in a relegation battle with us, and they'll promote it. Man U would have let us because Man U don't like the Premier League that much. The higher teams would have done it. But the teams at the bottom that are in a relegation battle, that at the minute think Everton, I think Everton won't be in a relegation battle with them, but they do think Everton could be because they don't see and believe what we can do. So if they think that we're going to be in a relegation battle, here we go, Jamie's back. I'll let you touch this topic before we move on, Jamie, because it's come up, Jamie. Like, I don't know if you heard it. I've just said, like, if this is the conversation about them with the banners, saying the Burnley fans saying Everton can't come in with the banners and the corrupt signs. I just said, you'd think Burnley are stupid if they was letting us say to the Premier League, give us the 10 points back. You wouldn't expect Burnley to side up for us on this, would you, Jamie? It's not surprising.
Mate, they were never gonna sign us. They were never going to do it, mate. They're in direct competition with us to stay in the league. They've got no intention of helping us or giving us any form of room to benefit us. It's like us. It's like when Suarez got done for his racial abuse, and Liverpool wore the shirts, didn't they? For Suarez, that's like us letting them wear that at Goodison Park. We're not going to do that, are we? We wanted Suarez to have his ban that he truly deserved. No, I don't have any ill will against Burnley for it because I understand why. But yeah, it's one of those. They don't want to piss the Premier League off because if it comes down to it at the end of the season, who are the Premier League going to side with? The ones that complied or the ones that didn't? So.
If it was the opposite way round, Jamie, if we was, say it happened to Leicester last season and Leicester could get a 10-point deduction, it would give us a chance of us staying up and Leicester getting relegated. We wouldn't be behind Leicester to not get the 10-point deduction, would we? We would have said no, give them the deduction, let them go down and let us stay up. We don't care about them. We'll just make sure we stay up. We only care about ourselves.
Take every advantage you can get. Simple as that. Apologies there. I knocked me device off, and then it wouldn't turn my camera from portrait to landscape. So blame Paul. He's not in this evening. I'm filling in for him because he's out docking. So apologies, stream.
Well, it is Helen's. It's his wife's birthday today. Happy birthday to Paul's wife, if you're listening. Happy birthday. Have a boss one. Don't know if the dogging, that's just Jamie's crazy mind.
No, it is.
I'm sure they're
I've got the messages.
Meal, and I'm sure they're having a good time. Right, Jamie, you are class, mate.
Make sure you roll the windows up.
We will touch this one now so we can actually get on with the game because there is another thing that's popped up and we have to touch it. So I'm going to move away that form. We're going to have to do it. We are Toffee Bluecast. We have to cover everything, right? The comment there, Emma's on it straight away. She's like, freaking straight about the banners. And now she's saying, what do you think of the stadium announcement today, considering the financial troubles currently? Does it make sense? I've got my opinion on this, Jamie. Do you want to go first or do you want me to go first? See if we think the same.
Yeah, go on. I'll let you have a stab. I've got my own opinion on it. So
I get that the quicker you go in the stadium, the quicker that we can turn financial things around. But I also think that you can't rush things. Like, it's got to be done properly. And a lot of people was moaning about going in halfway through the season. A lot of Everton fans wasn't happy about that. They all wanted us to give a proper send-off to the good lady at the end of the season, not halfway through. So you can give the stadium a proper send-off and you can give the new stadium a proper start. So I just think to finish it at the end of the season makes sense to me. Like I honestly do believe you'd rather go out at the end of the season. I get we want to be in it as soon as possible, but I trust, me personally, I trust the people in place. I know you think, oh, bloody hell, you shouldn't trust them, but I trust that they're doing the right thing on this. And I'm just behind it. I don't care. If the announcement was Everton ain't going into the dock anymore and we're in trouble and we're not getting the stadium anymore and everything's gone wrong and it's not getting finished, I'd be shitting my pants. But as long as that stadium's going well, the first thing I read on that thing was everything's going well, it's all in place and the stadium will be done a bit behind date, but it'll be done at this time. So I'm happy with that. How do you feel?
Yeah, do you know what? I think we haven't discussed this beforehand. We are like a lot
No.
of topics when we come on, we usually do discuss it a little bit beforehand, but this is one we haven't really had time to. You've been busy, I've been busy today, so. But no, I'm all for it. I believe one of the earlier streams that I come on. When we were discussing the new stadium, I said that there needs to be 2 test events at the stadium for it's something to do with the seating in the stands. So there has to be 2 test events that happen before any football actually gets played. So that'll be your concerts and things and such like that. I would much rather us have a full season where we can dot the I's and cross the T's of the stadium. So that means get your test events in. You're potentially talking maybe after we've got that certificate and the go ahead for everything, potentially international matches, international friendlies, under 21 games, things of such like that to actually test the stadium itself. Because I'd much rather us go in a full season having everything tested, and I'm not just talking about the stadium itself. It's the parking, it's the letting fans out, letting fans in, the ticketing, the new ticketing system, the way that it's going to work. These things need to be tested. I'd much rather us test it before and have a full year where we can go, right, we've got everything nailed in, and we're ready for the new season. It's all up and running. Then go in halfway through the season and it'd be a total absolute fuck up because we've not tested it and we've not actually done anything right. From a financial standpoint, yeah, I understand. You've hit the nail on the head. The sooner you're in, the sooner more revenue can come in. But that doesn't stop us building in the surrounding areas, building businesses in the surrounding areas, potentially naming rights to stadiums going forward, things and such like that. So it can still be a profitable avenue for us. It just has to be done in the right way. But no, I'm all for doing it at the start of the season as opposed to middle. I wasn't too keen on doing it middle of the season because I think it can disrupt so much. And if you've not fully tested it correctly, it opens the avenue to so many problems. So use that season to test it. Yeah, that's pretty much the way I'd go about it. I think they're making the right decision myself.
Yeah, I Emma said there in an ideal world, it would be great to start at the beginning of a new season, but we are financially. I get it, but I do. I shouldn't trust. I say the word trust again. I think we'll be okay as long as it doesn't affect us financially where we're in massive trouble. It will take a while for us to financially get the benefits from this new stadium anyway. I don't think half a season is going to be the be and end all of Everton. It's going to take a while to get used to stuff and a while for, like you say, for things to get right. And I'd rather at the start of the season where it's a lot more relaxed than halfway through a season, them come in, get things wrong, rush, do it early, get things wrong during the season. It could affect the season. Imagine if we into the new stadium, things go wrong and it affects the season. The football's not that good. The stadium's going wrong. Some things have gone wrong. No, don't rush it, in my opinion. Just don't rush that new stadium. Get it right. Because it's took us all that time to build that beautiful stadium. Why rush it at the end and make us look stupid? Imagine if they do some things at the end and they go, look at Everton, they can't even build a new stadium and get it properly. Everton can't even do things properly. We'll get ripped by other teams if we rush it and do things wrong. So we need to. I'd rather give us that extra half a season, make it perfect, make it the best stadium ever. It gives us a bit more time to make sure everything's perfect. And then when we go into that new stadium, I think it'll be better by having that bit more time. That's just my opinion. You seem to think the same thing, Jamie. Like you said, we haven't discussed it before, but we seem to be on the same wavelength.
I don't.
Just said exactly as well, West.
Like I said, I don't think it with if we go about it the right
I
way.
think it's a joke.
Again, I understand what you're saying, but it doesn't necessarily have to be left idle. Like I said, you can potentially use the stadium for those 6 months for concerts, things and such like that, where you could potentially earn a revenue from it. I don't think it would lose too much money. Obviously, you've got to take into account obviously your electricity fees and everything and such like that. But they wouldn't make this decision lightly. If we needed the money and we needed to go in, we'd go. So I don't think it's going to be a heavy financial burden to us. It can't be because it would make no sense to stay if it would. So I personally think it would be the right thing to do, and I think there's got to be a plan in place that it doesn't run as as a financial burden to us. It has to be beneficial in some form or other.
Yeah, you said it bang on there. If we was in that much of a financial mess, I know we went over last season, but forget about that. If it was that bad now that they had to be in there straight away, they would have done it. They would have done it. Like they would have just literally gone in there, not cared what Everton fans say, and said we're going in there as soon as possible. And the reason is because we're in a financial mess. We've got to be okay. If it comes out now that we're in financial trouble because they've left this, then I'll kick off. Then I'll say I'm wrong. But I still believe that we're going to be okay.
Emma's just said it should be christened with an Everton game. Agreed. However, as I have stated, there has to be, because of the seat allowance that we're having in the stadium, there has to be test events before even the pitch gets laid. So when I'm talking about concerts and stuff like that, I'm talking about before the pitch even gets laid. So those things will happen as a priority. I know what you're saying, where I'm saying in those 6 months that we can use it, and I understand because it should be an Everton game, but those tests have to happen before we get I think it's the ground safety certificate. Those things have to happen before. So understand.
What about like if we, Emma, what do you think on this? What about if we christen the stadium like not an event, just like Toffee Bluecast, Jamie and Paul can sing Grease Lightning in the
or we could sumo wrestle in the middle of the pitch.
Yeah, we'll have a bit of fun. We'll have a bit of fun. I know what you're saying about the financial stuff. I can completely understand why you don't trust Everton at the minute, because we broke the financial rules to give us a 10-point deduction by 9 million. So it does make you scared. I'd like to think they've learnt from that. They can't do it again. Like, they can't. If they do, we're in big trouble. But I'd like to think that they've learnt from that 10-point deduction, and we're going to be nowhere near the financial thing this time. If we was, you'd see them sell Branthwaite, you'd see them sell Onana, you'd see them sell Pickford. Do you know what I mean? You'd see how much of a financial mess we're in with the transfer windows, because everyone wants Branthwaite, everyone wants Onana. You've seen Man United's goalkeeper Onana. Pickford's 20 times the goalkeeper he is. If we was in that much of a financial mess, the players would be going. We only went over by 10 million and was working with the Premier League, and we thought we was okay. Remember this as well. That beautiful new stadium, every single team, when they build a new stadium, West Ham the same as well. When you get in a new stadium, you do struggle a little bit financially, don't you, Jamie? That's the thing. You do have to sacrifice because you're building a new stadium. Your money's going, it's like building an house. Your money's going into the house. You have to scrap when you build a house. You ain't got a lot of money, but when the house is done, then you get your money back on track. So the building the new stadium is going to affect us. But
need to remember,
I do believe we'll be all right. Go on.
The new stadium. We're not just going to a new stadium just to benefit us financially. This is to move us forward as a club. This needed to happen 10 years ago. We've got more fans on our waiting list than we could comprehend and even fit in the new stadium. This isn't just for financial gain. This is to push us where we should be as a club. You look at Arsenal, look how long it's taken them since they moved from Highbury, which is one of the most beautiful stadiums England has ever seen, to possibly one of the most modern stadiums that you'll ever see in this country. Look how long it's taken them from their move from Highbury to the Emirates to start even competing again in the Premier League. And that's what that was for. That was to move them up the stratosphere within the league to go above those other 14 league members that the corrupt Premier League wankers seem to treat us as. It was to solidify themselves as one of the top clubs, and look how long it's taken them. Yes, they've had financial gain from it, but they've not overspent. They've spent it quite wisely. They've not broke financial fair play rules. But they didn't do it solely for financial gain. They did it to solidify themselves and have them in the position that they are in now. So it's not just financial. This is to put us back where we belong, at the top of the tree. And that's what we all need to realise. It's not just about the financial gain. The only reason we're all talking about finances now, and we weren't talking about finances when Mashiri come in, is because now we all have an understanding that we've spent far too much and we've got nothing to show for it. Because, if we'd have done a Man City, spent all this money and won the league titles, we wouldn't even be talking about this.
No, we've done things wrong, and it does bite in the arse. I'd like to think that we've paid for it. We've had 2 relegation battles. I think Mashiri did a lot wrong, and we've done bad in the transfer windows. And for doing that, we've been in 2 relegation battles and it bit us in the arse. We've rode the storm, and I do believe things are getting better now. We've got some cracking players, cracking young players. We've had going back to basics and stripping things down has made Everton go back to the roots now. We didn't go and buy stupid players like friggin' Sigurdsson or Balassi, or we didn't get stupid players too, Jan. We went basic. We went to looking at academy players, and we're doing things properly now. I do feel we're on track, but I get why you're frustrated. MRFC, this is going to have to be a topic for the Diamond Dogs. We're going to have to get Rob on. We're going to have to get Paul on. We're going to have to get 6 or 7 on, and we'll continue it. I'm not saying Everton, everything's okay with Everton, because trust me, I understand all your stresses. Like, we're not even sure whether the 777 are going to take over our club or not. We're not. There's loads of stuff that's in the air, but as long as we keep doing good in the Premier League, as long as we stay in that Premier League, we can sort things out with the other stuff. We've just got to make sure we stay in the Premier League. Because if we would have gone down last season, if we're still struggling now and we're in a bit of a mess now, after staying up, imagine what it would have been like if we went down. We would have been finished. So by getting the rewards of staying up and the money you get for staying in the Premier League has just probably kept us above water. We're still above water, but we'll be okay. Honestly, I do believe we'll be okay. I really do. We'll be okay with this new stuff. We've got a good team now. If you keep when we win this EFL Cup, you get quite a lot of money for winning that. We'll pay a few things when we win the EFL Cup, and then we'll be in Europa League next season, and you get quite a bit of money for being in the Europa League as well. So don't worry. The people, Sean Dyche and the players, will sort it out. They'll save everybody. They'll win this cup. They'll get us in the Europa League. It'll help us massively financially. It'll probably get more people interested in buying a club if the 7-7 thing don't go through. So we just need to focus on ourselves. We do need to focus on ourselves. Right, let's get back to this pre-match talk, because we do need to still win games. That's what I say. The main thing is football. Let them run the club properly. We'll keep calling them out and we'll keep on them, but Everton have just won 3 games in a row. So we need to kind of focus on these games as well, because if you take your eyes off these games and start thinking about the stadium and start thinking about the financial situation, it could affect these games, and we don't want it to do that. So let's have a look at the team that Burnley last played. Are you familiar with Burnley, Jamie? Here we go. Getting it on the screen now. Anyone in the comments as well, you tell me, what do you know about Burnley? Get it involved. What are you scared of with Burnley? And we'll have a look at these now. This is who we're against tomorrow. Big game. Jamie, are you familiar with Burnley?
I'm going to say exactly what I said last time. So you've got Jay Rodriguez, who we all know. Can't see the keeper's name. Taylor, the left back. Goodmanson, Brownhill, Sunderberg. Only players I know. Played in the Premier League before. When it comes to the others, couldn't tell you. But you've also got to realise Sean Dyche should probably have more of an insight on these players than any of us.
Well, that's because they do seem to have started putting some of the old players in. When Burnley had a transfer window where they spent 100 million, and a lot of Burnley fans was getting excited, and they was all saying to me that they're going to be amazing this season because they've got company and smashed the Championship. And they was all coming at me saying Everton are crap. We've been in 2 relegation battles, and Burnley are going to smash the Premier League. And I even blocked a few because they was giving it so large because they've won a lot of games in the Championship, and they were smashing the Championship, and they was playing amazing passing football. Burnley was, and then they had a few games in the Premier League, and they should know this already because they've been in the Premier League. They realised that the Premier League isn't the Championship, and they started losing a lot of games, and they wasn't winning games, and they picked up a little bit now. But if you look there, Jamie, they've started putting some of the Sean Dyche players in, the older players, haven't they? They brought loads of new players, but it ain't been working, and they've started putting the older players in again now. You see Brownhill, he wasn't always playing. Berg, they've just signed him. He's a centre midfielder, new one. Rodriguez is one that used to play. They put him back in. Good. The other lad. Yeah.
To be fair, it's not a Premier League forward line, is it? When you look at them, Again, I'm going to stick to my guns, mate. If we play our game and we get our press game correct, Onana looked good when he come on at the weekends. So if Onana starts in the middle, if he starts to press, Decore starts to press well, mate, I'm not fearing many teams at the moment. The way we turned over Newcastle, the way we turned over Chelsea, I don't think anyone would have put money on us to go 3-2-0 in those games and win those games and see those games out. So I'm quite happy with the way we're playing at the moment, especially our away form. It's top draw. We just need to play our game. I think we will probably see a lot more of the ball this game than we have in previous games, just because if they play 4-4-2 with the way that we press, I think we'll turn over the ball a little bit more than we usually do. So no disrespect to Burnley, but you're not that top half of the table sort of team that are going to keep the ball loads and constantly
They
attack.
tried to be there, didn't they, Jamie? That's what they thought there was, didn't they? That's the style that they tried to play with Company.
They tried to do it at Goodison Park, and look what happened. So I don't see it being much of a different style of game. I like Vincent Kompany. I like his philosophy and what he's trying to do. I just don't feel as if he has the players at his disposal to bring that football to fruition. They could do it in the Championship. Don't get me wrong, they absolutely destroyed the Championship. There's a reason why this is the best and hardest league in the world. And yeah, I just think we just need to stick to our game plan, not let them play theirs. Yeah, it's simple as that.
Keep your comments coming, because I am going to keep dropping the comments on the screen. The Blues has just said Taylor is out, so they will play Vittino left back. And then he said Roberts will probably play right back instead. So the right back there will move over to left back. The Blues has just said he knows his stuff as well, or sometimes, not all the time. I know a lot more than him, but and then he'll. He says he'll switch the right back to the left back. The Blues has just said. That's interesting information. I didn't read their press. I normally go on their press, but I didn't go on it this time. But Taylor is out, so they will have to change that. And Roberts is another player we all know. He's an old Burnley player as well. The Blues has then gone on to say our press is brilliant with the safety net of Braithwaite and his pace, but we don't have this time. But then the Blues goes on to say Burnley are a possession team. They try to be, but I remember last time we played them, like Jamie said, they will look to have possession, but we'll let them try and pass the ball. And the moment they get it wrong, we'll pounce on them, whip a ball in, and smash your head in. That's what we did last game. I can remember they made their own mistakes. Burnley did last game. We was ready to pounce. Can you pass the ball, Burnley? Burnley try and pass it. Something that they're not that good at doing. They want to be this passing football team. You've got Decore waiting to pounce on it. You've got Onana waiting to pounce on it. You've got the wingers waiting to pounce it. They're fast wingers. I think we'll let Burnley pass the ball and pounce on it. And I think they'll struggle. And then the confidence will go. It's what happened last game, isn't it, Jamie?
Mate, you just look at the Newcastle game. Kieran Trippier has probably been their player of the season so far this year. He made two vital mistakes, which cost them two big goals. And then the third, he kept Beto on. I don't think it's a case of can you outpass us? I think it's can you beat our press? I understand what the Blues are saying, and I'm probably going to get really ridiculed for what I'm about to say. Yes, we're not going to have the pace of Braithwaite, but if Godfrey or Keane do start, because it will be one of them, they can shift. They're not the slowest of players. I personally think Michael Keane actually is quite a pacey centre-back when he's in a foot race. So it wouldn't surprise me if Keane started. And he played that Braithwaite role. I know he won't play the Braithwaite role like Braithwaite does. However, he's been waiting for his chance, so he's going to have to take it either way. But yeah, I don't think it's a case of can you outpass us. I think it's can you beat our press. And our press has been that good that teams are struggling. And that's down to one person only, and that's Mr. Master Sean Dyche.
Yeah, he's really good at the press, and he presses in really good position, Sean Dyche does. He'll press the defence, he'll turn the ball over. And that's what we'll do against these. I really do think we'll press them. You reminded me that we are going to have a different centre back. Now, Everton fans, I'll just say this: if you are enjoying this, like and subscribe. Our subscribers have hit 505 now, so we need to push to 1,000 now.
515.
515. There you go. So we're getting a lot in the comments, and it's good. It is good. All we do is bring Everton fans together. We get together before the match and we get together after. If you've subscribed and you want to come on and you're not camera shy, we'll have you on as a guest sometimes. We're not. It's not our channel. It's just an Everton channel. We just host it and put it there for Everton fans to get on and tag along. Right. So we've talked about Burnley enough there. I'll give them a bit of respect there. I do think they'll be a hard team. They've got some good players. Sometimes you look at them. I did this against Luton. I said the Luton centre-back was crap. And Jamie, he scored against us. And you reminded me that I cursed it. So I'm not going to say too much about Burnley here because you had it in my face that I said a player was crap and he scored.
Literally as soon as he scored.
Yeah, I'm not saying much. I'm not saying every game. I'm going to do a Sean Dyche here. No team's crap. Every game is hard in the Premier League. So we've just got to make sure we're up to it. Right, let's get the mighty Toffees on the screen. There's going to be a lot of changes. There is going to be a lot of changes, I think. Some people think there's only going to be a few changes. It's going to be interesting to see what your lineups are going to be. This is the part of the channel where, stay on, please, get involved in the comments. There's plenty on. We want you in a minute, I'll put it on the screen, to give us your lineup and we'll read it out. Me and Jamie will give our lineup and we want you to give your lineup. So we just want to see what your lineups are going to be, just for a bit of fun and see who gets it closest for when the game actually comes. So this is the Everton team, Jamie.
Yeah, the Blues has just said that Keane, Godfrey and Holgate are all nowhere near good enough for the Premier League. I'll raise you with that. Neither is the Burnley starting 11. So if ever there was a game that we didn't have Jared Braithwaite, I think for a game for one of them to step in, it will be this game. And I'd take that with both hands to have then Jared Braithwaite back with a clean slate. So 100% agree with you. However, I think if there was a game to take it, I think this is probably one of the games to take the hit in.
Serious question though, Jamie. Jamie, this is to you and to the Blues. Like, do you feel that a lot of the players that have been on the bench, Dyche has kept the confidence up? Because Dyche says he worked in the press conference. I'll work really hard on the players on the bench. I give them just as much attention as I do the starting 11 because they need to be ready more than anyone because they will get used. Do you believe that Godfrey could have had a lot of training one-to-one, like by Dyche, by his team? They've showed Godfrey what Braithwaite does right and wrong. Do you believe that Godfrey could be his opportunity? Because he's been dropped for a long time now. If you remember, we all loved Godfrey at one point when he first came. He was one of our best players. He used to slide in. No one could get past him. One-on-ones, crunching tackles. Then he had COVID, Godfrey did, and he never come back the same player. Dyche gave Calvert-Lewin a break when we all thought Calvert-Lewin might be finished. Calvert-Lewin's come back a different player. Dyche gave Mykolenko a break. Mykolenko come back a different player. Patterson, he's still playing well, even though he hasn't always been picked. Dyche has kept Patterson's standard up, and Patterson looks like he's going to take that position, whether it's now or whether it's later. Patterson's standard isn't dropping by him not being selected. So do you think that when we see a centre-back, Jamie, whether it be Keane, I don't want to say him, but I'm behind him if he plays, or Godfrey, he might be ready and up to standard?
It's a tough one. And for me, I don't know whether that's 100% correct because, and again, this is just a subjective view. Others may feel different. When Arnaud Danjuma's had a chance, does he look like a player that's been kept to a certain standard? Does he look like a player that's been having one-on-one coaching to then take his chance? Because from when I've seen Danjuma, he hasn't took his chance with both hands when he's had the chance. You just got to look here. When Jack Harrison come off, Danjuma could have come on, but he chose Lewis Dobbins.
There's been an argument there, Jamie.
And Lewis Dobbins come on, and Lewis Dobbins took his chance. Don't get me wrong, Lewis Dobbins has been playing really well in the under-21s and he's scoring for fun. It's a different kettle of fish in the Premier League. Lewis Dobbins at 21 has come on and scored effectively the winning goal with his second touch of the game. Arnaut Danjuma is a seasoned professional at 27, I think he is now. And I've seen more in 10 minutes of Lewis Dobbin taking a chance than I have from Danjuma so far this season. So I don't know whether it may well be different when it comes, because obviously Dyche is classed as a defensive style manager. It may be different when it comes to Godfrey. It may be different when it comes to Keane. Again, I'm probably going to get shit in the comments. I know Sheriff Emma, she's going to be on me like a shot. I would put...
Get involved.
I'd put Keane in myself to partner Tarky. That would be my choice. I love Ben Godfrey.
Right, let's do this then. Jamie, let's do this now then. Let's we can see your comments. Keep them coming in. We are trying to get them on the screen. It's good because everyone thinks different, so it's not that we all just think the same and lick each other's arse. The Blues is saying something different. Emma's saying something different. Jamie's thinking something different. I'm thinking something different. So we've got a lot of Evertons on here that just are honest and get stuff off the chest. Right. So we will keep putting your comments on the screen, whether it goes with what we're doing or not. We will listen to you. Right. Jamie, you've just mentioned like a part of your team, so we might as well do this part, and you might as well give your team, Jamie.
Mm-hmm.
So you give your team, and in the comments, we'll get your team on the screen now, and we'll read them out. So what team do you think it's going to be, or what team do you want? Write your lineups now, and we'll read them out on the screen, and we'll say what we think of them. Me and Jamie will give ours now, and let's do that.
Yeah, so obviously it's going to be King Jordan Pickford in goal. No one's going to disrupt that at the moment. If you're looking for a right back, I think we're going to have to go with Nathan Patterson for this game. Finally.
Hey, get your chance to put him on.
Oh, no capital letters this week. I'd go Tarkovsky and Keane myself. Just to touch back on what you said on Ben Godfrey. When we first signed Ben Godfrey, he was the best thing since sliced bread, since he suffered with COVID, and then obviously done his leg in at the start of the season against Chelsea. He's not been the same player since, and I don't think, unfortunately, he will get back to that level, which is a real shame. But for me, I would start Keane. I know it's Calamity Keane. Obviously,
you think the Burnley thing will help Keane?
Yeah, that's what I mean. I think it's his old stomping ground, and I think it again, if there's a game that I would take for us to take the hit with not a Branthwaite and start a Keane, it would be this. So I'd start Keane. Once again, Mikalenko, the transformation from him is fantastic. I'd keep the midfield pretty much the same. I'd have Harrison McNeil on the wings, Jimmy Garner, but I would bring Onana back into the starting 11, 100%. No disrespect to Idrissa Gueye. I think Idrissa Gueye's done what he's needed to do in the last couple of games, and I think he's done it well.
Is Idrissa Gueye got a ban? Has he got a ban for yellow cards or not?
I don't think he was one on the list for a ban. I think he was only on, with this one, I think he's on 4. I thought it was Decore who was 1 away, Branthwaite that was 1 away, and Young was 1 away.
No, he's suspended. Emma's just said there because a lot of people were saying who you're going to put in Gueye's position. So yeah, look at the comments coming in there.
He is fair enough. All right, well there you go then. So I'm right on that one. Onana comes in for Idrissa Gueye. I'd keep Decore there because the man can't stop scoring. Eliana's favourite player. You can't remove him from this team. He starts the press so well. He does so much off the ball. Does so much with the ball. The one thing he has improved on is his decision making. Because last season I ridiculed Decore relentlessly over. He's through. It's 2-on-1, and he puts it wide, or he misplaces the pass. Can't fault him at the moment. He's playing the best football of his career. He just needs to keep it going for us.
Confidence, Jamie. Confidence.
It is. I think he's a confidence player, and I think Dyche realised that when he comes to the club. And you look at the player we've got now compared to the player that was under Lampard. Days and nights is the difference. And I would keep DCL up front. I think DCL just needs a goal, another goal. And I think again, it's a case of if it gets to the 60th minute and he's bullied them and he's battered them, bring the Portuguese king on to finish them off.
Put score predictions. Don't give you score predictions yet. I read that wrong. So that is Jamie's team. So read that out again in quick term. Your team is Pickford, Mikalenko, Tarkowski, Keane, isn't it, Jamie?
Yep.
Then you right back, you've got Patterson, Harrison, you've got Garner and Onana, McNeil, Decore, and did you say you've got Calvert-Lewin up top?
Yeah, keep Calvert-Lewin in the thing.
Yeah, see, I listened to you. There you go. Good team. That's Jamie's team, by the way. We will read yours out in the comments. I'll give mine now, and we'll read your teams out, and then we'll finish with score predictions. Some good points with Jamie on his team as well when he gave it. I can't believe Jamie's gone for Keane, but I suppose this is what we've got tonight. You've got to go for either Keane or Godfrey. You ain't got a choice. Branthwaite's not there. He's got the suspension. This is going to be interesting reading your lineup. See who you've picked as well. Who do you trust, Godfrey or Keane? One thing I will say is that against Burnley, McNeil crossed the ball, who used to play for Burnley, and Tarkowski scored a header, who used to play for Burnley. So maybe the ex-Burnley players could have a thing against Burnley, and that's why you pick Keane probably.
Don't forget the Spurs game last year. Without that goal, we may not have stayed up against Spurs.
Exactly. So you maybe Keane, as long as he keeps his arms behind his back, you won't be stressing that much, Jamie. As long as you don't point to his arms. Right, my team, and then I'll get your teams on the screen. So stay there. I'm going to read them out. I'm going to give you a call out, a shout out. Right, my team will be Mikalenko. I'm going to start with Pickford, actually. Pickford, he's incredible. I forget him because he's just the best. I can't change it unless he's injured. So Pickford, Mikalenko, the goal machine. Like Dice just said, he's quite good, isn't he, Mikalenko? You've got me twisted here now, Jamie. Do I go Keane or do I go Godfrey?
Look at it this way. I think anyone that's going to pick Godfrey is going to be wrong, just based on Keane and Dyche's history as well. Just to add to that.
Yeah, but the Dyche has been saying that Godfrey's been chomping at the bit, and Keane has been injured. So if that was any other player, Dyche wouldn't put them straight in. He'd choose Godfrey because Godfrey's fully fit and he says he's been training well. And Keane's just coming back from an injury. But because it's Keane,
always say about Ashley Young?
I don't think he'll care. Yeah, I don't think he'll care with Keane. I think if he might just chuck Keane in whether he's injured or not because he knows Branthwaite's coming in the next game. I'm going to go for Godfrey. Just because the reason I'm going to go for Godfrey, I want to go for Keane for the Burnley thing that you said, Jamie. But the reason I'm going to go for Godfrey, and I'll tell you now, is because I like the combination of Tarkowski being strong and Branthwaite being fast. So I'm hoping that with Godfrey, we can keep the fast and the strong, and Godfrey can actually be a good centre-back. Godfrey, this is your chance, mate, if you get it. He might not. Dash might choose Keane. But if Godfrey gets this, it would be nice, Jamie, wouldn't it, to know that Godfrey can step in. If Godfrey come in and finally had a good game centre-back, it'd make me less stressed knowing that Godfrey could come in again. Keane, I know he's full of mistakes. Godfrey, I don't think he's been played centre-back that much. I'm hoping he's been coached well. I don't know. I'm picking Godfrey.
It'd be nice, but just think what happens if the shoe's on the other foot and Branthwaite's in, but Tarky's out. Who do you bring in then?
It's scary. We do need backup centre backs. We shouldn't be this scared on centre backs. He mentions the West Egg has just said there. He mentions Godfrey individually at his press conference. I reckon it's a hint. I've seen Godfrey skipping. I've seen him watching the Rockies. Godfrey, this is your chance, mate. If Godfrey doesn't play this game, there's a lot of talk. Godfrey's going. He's going to leave. This is his chance now. Godfrey's been on the bench for a long time. He's probably had a big look in the mirror, and he's probably analysed his game. Watch videos. Because Daesh will make you look at videos. And I'd like to think that Godfrey has had time now. He was put in when he wasn't playing well. I'd like to think Godfrey's had time to move away, step back, have a look at yourself. And this is do or die for you, Godfrey, mate. If you play, it's do or die. I'm giving you a chance. Because Keane, for me, has done my head in. He's done my head in. But I do think Keane could have a good game against these, but he'd probably have a good game against Burnley and then not be so good the other games. I'm hoping Godfrey can be part of us the whole season and step up. Right. So Godfrey, Mikalenko, Godfrey, Tarkowski, he's a frigging machine, steam engine. Right back, Patterson. I'm glad he gets his chance now. Patterson has got to grab this opportunity as well, Jamie, because Young's injured and Coleman's not fit. So Patterson can't flop this, because if he does, the moment that Young or Coleman are fit, Patterson won't get another chance again for ages. So he's got to grab this with every opportunity. This is his big moment. Harrison, he'll start right wing. I don't think we'll see Dan Juma. McNeil will be left wing. Can't change that. Even though I feel Harrison's been a bit quiet, I just feel that Dyche has got the right wingers on the pitch, because they work hard for when they're not on it. In the centre of midfield, Garner. I know what you mean, Jamie. I wouldn't go too much into Harrison, but I just think like he's got more to give, Annie. He's got more to give.
I think going forward, you're right. But I do. Do you know what? If we had the opportunity to sign Harrison tomorrow, I would. I just think that there's so much more to his game than just assists and scoring goals, and that's just it. I'll just say it on that. Go on, carry on.
No, I do agree with you, but I'm probably being greedy because I know what Harrison's capable of. I watched him a lot for Leeds, and I want to see him at his best. But he'll get there. He'll get there. Harrison and McNeil, I can't go wrong with those wingers. I'm very happy with them. Garner in the centre, James Garner, he's fantastic, by the way. He doesn't get the credit he deserves sometimes. Onana, he's back. Good timing this, isn't it, Jamie, for Onana to come back, because Garner gave obviously the suspension, and then Onana just comes and plays second half. So maybe Everton are actually starting to get a bit of luck there.
He's going to be the tallest in midfield. Sandra Bergen, Josh Brownhill. I know Brownhill's 6 foot, but he's going to be a tank in that midfield. It's a perfect game for him to come back in and just be what he's been the last 10 games, just be an absolute animal in the middle of the park and run through them. And it's perfect that he's back now. Perfect.
Yeah, I think it's good that Onana's back. And I feel like we missed it. We've been winning games, but you still feel like if we had Onana, we'd probably smash teams more. And Onana's back. If you listen to Onana in the videos, he says, "I'm back, baby. I'm back, baby. I can't wait to see him back. I'm back, baby. I'm back." I love Onana, I do. I can't wait to watch him tomorrow. I'm excited for Everton tomorrow. Right. So I've got Onana. Then I've got Decore in front. I can't drop Decore. He's our best player. Like, some people are starting to like Decore. He's got a lot of stick, and some people say, "Oh, he's clumsy," but he's winning us games, so you can't not like him. He's going to win your hearts over. He is going to win your hearts over. Up top, this is a surprise. I actually think Calvert-Lewin's not fit. I've got better up top, because if you listen to Sean Dyche in the press conference, he says Calvert-Lewin's got a bit of a hamstring. Not like him out, but I think we'll see Beto. The reason we got Beto is because if Calvert-Lewin's got a bit of an injury problem where it could flare up and be something, you chuck Beto in straight away and you make sure Calvert-Lewin's 100% fit. Because if Calvert-Lewin does get injured, he can be out all season. So I feel like this is the opportunity for Beto to come in and let Calvert-Lewin recover. You're stupid for me if you play Calvert-Lewin when he's got a bit of an injury problem, because I don't see why you have to do that. I think, like, if he's got a bit of a niggle, you put Beto in. We're not downgrading with Beto, because I feel Beto's a really good striker. Calvert-Lewin's a bit better because he's used to Premier League, but Beto can still win this game for us. So I'm going Beto up top. I've just got a feeling, listening to that press, that we're going to see Calvert-Lewin not play this game. Right. Jamie, do you want to read these out? I'll put them on the screen. I'll let you read them out. Don't want me to do all the talking. So, we'll start with the Blues, because he likes his teams, doesn't he? He knows what he's doing.
So I'll just put a little asterisk on the screen here next to it, because he did put later on that he had the same team as me, but he accidentally typed in Adrissa instead of Onana. So I'll read out his full team. So he's gone JP in goal, Patterson, Tarky, Keane, Mikalenko. He's gone Harrison, James Garner, Onana, McNeil, Decore, DCL. Again, same team, pretty much strong team. Same as what we've what I've gone with. So yeah, brilliant starting lineup. I think that's the formula.
Right, let's drop. So get your teams in, because we're dropping them on the screen now. So if you haven't put your team up already, get your teams in. We'll finish with score predictions. So on to the next one. Here we go. Emery FC. Thank you, subscribers, as well. Get on it, like and subscribe, and thank you for Everton fans getting in the comments and getting involved, because it would be boring if he wasn't here. So come on, Emery FC.
Who's that the Sheriff? Princess Peach from Mario. So she's picked
beaches,
Jordan.
beaches, beaches, beaches,
Honestly.
beaches, 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 beaches. I love you. Right, go on.
Oh, you don't offer me when you start singing.
Sorry.
So she's gone Jordan. Oh my God, I've lost the names now. You've actually done
I
me
know
over.
that's Peaches song. Got you then.
Jordan Pickford, Patterson, Tarky, Godfrey. Again, no shock. I know she's not a big fan of Keane. Mikolenko, Harrison, Garner, Onana, McNeil, Dukes, DCL. Yep.
West Egg. Thank you, West Egg. Let's get over. I missed them. I'm sorry, but I am getting all yours on. This is what we do. We listen to you, Toffers. Here we go. This is West Egg's team.
Yeah, it's West Egg's gone the same as Emma. She's gone Patterson, Mikolenko, Tarkovsky, Godfrey, Patterson, McNeil, Onana, Garner, Harrison, Decore, DCL.
Godfrey's winning at the minute, isn't he? Godfrey is winning at the minute. Everything Everton. We love him. We know him. He comes on the channel. Let's see who he's gone for. Is he gone for your Mark? No, he's gone Godfrey as well. There you go.
My brother, he's gone Pickford, Mikolenko, Tarky, Godfrey, Pato, McMessy, Harrison, Onana, Garner, Dukes, DCL, and then he's put bring Mills back. Please don't start this.
I knew he was going to say that. Mills is a good lad. He loves Mills. He misses him, but you ain't got him this season. He's on loan, mate. He's doing well on loan, though, bless him. That's a good team, Everton. Let's have a look. My 11 was meant to be the same, like you say. The Blues confirmed that it's meant to be the same as yours. Just going through the teams now, people. Any more? Put your team in. Basuma's just got sent off or something. Evening Basuma sent off. So he misses the Everton game. Basuma does.
Yeah.
That's good, isn't it?
Even more importantly from that game is the fact that Newcastle Forest have lost.
Yeah, you said Newcastle earlier on. You just hate them. You got them in your head, haven't you? You know what I mean?
Oh, honestly.
Right. So we'll forget about Newcastle because we beat them anyway. So Forest. Richarlison scored. I did see that. I don't know what the score is now. He's just said it's
2-0. They finished. 2-0. It's 2-0. Like I said, Forest are only a point above us now with a game over us. So win tomorrow, and that's us overtaking them. So that's a good result for us. That's a good start to the weekend.
Yeah, I don't worry about anybody at the minute because I think we'll be okay this season. I think we'll overtake a lot of. We're not in a relegation battle. I'm actually looking. I'm not looking at the bottom of the table. I'm looking at Europa League spots because I think eventually, when time's passed and we keep winning games like we do, we keep beating teams. I think if we get near that Europa League, a lot of teams ain't good this season. If we can get, because remember we would be 9th now or 10th. So we would be on the verge of getting Europa League now. We'd be in a prime position to get Europa League. But I do believe that we can get ourselves back up that table. It's only 10 points. We've just got to keep winning. That's all we've got to do. Thank you, everyone, for your lineups there. You've got all your lineups on. Thank you. Let's finish with score predictions. That's how we finish tonight, pretty much. Before we give our score predictions, Jamie, are you excited?
Oh, mate, I can't wait. Could have a little special guest here, actually.
Get her on. We're forever. Missing you. Can't do the channel without the little one. There you go. Hello.
Say hello, Ben.
Hello.
What score do you think Everton will win by tomorrow?
Everton.
Yeah, what do you think the score will be? No. How many goals will Everton score?
10.
10? And how many will Burnley score?
10 millions.
Burnley score none, will they?
Go lower.
Because the
Go lower. Not 10 million.
So what? You think it'd be 10-0 to Everton? Yeah, and then we dance when Everton scores. How do we dance?
Hey.
All right. Happy? Go on then.
Are you excited for Christmas?
Don't even go there.
Money.
Oh,
In Jamie's wallet.
Right not anymore.
But no more money in Jamie's wallet because his kids have got it all. Right. What a cutie. What a cutie. Love it. Toffee Bluecast. We get everyone on. All the little Toffies, the young generation that are going to support Everton when they're actually good and we go through all the crap. Right. Let's get these score predictions on. I can see them coming in already. we always do. I know Paul, who's always hosts the channel with me. He goes specific on these score predictions. He does like to win, and he does like to look back to see who's got it right. So we will go through your comments, and we will get the score predictions right. Jamie, you're on the show, mate. You've got to get your score prediction right today, live. So I can put a video back of a short saying Jamie said the score was going to be this, and he got it right. I can clip it out. Right, score predictions. Get involved. Put your score predictions up, and we'll finish the show on that. This is just a perfect way to get ready for the game. We've gone through teams. We've looked at them. We've looked at Everton. We've set our lineups. Now let's do the score prediction.
I'm gonna go 2-0.
2-0.
I think it's gonna be. Yeah, I think it's gonna be a fourth clean sheet on the bounce, fourth win on the bounce. 2-0. I'm gonna go with Decore and Beto to score.
Decore and Beto 2-0. Jamie has gone for. He is locked in on 2-0. Right. My score prediction, I never think about it before I come on. I like to do it on the spot. I'm going for 5-1 Everton. No disrespect to Burnley. No disrespect to Burnley. And I mean it. Like Burnley, I respect you. Even though you won't let us put banners in the stadium, but I understand it completely. Right. I actually think 5-1 because we're on fire. Confidence grows, baby. Confidence grows, and the only way is up for us. McNeil, I tell you something, he's going to score with his slong. We are going to smash it. We are going to smash it. So oh man, no, I'm joking. Right, give it a rest. Right, so I'll go 5-1. My goal scorers. So I've got to find 5 goal scorers. I'm going to give McNeil a goal, not a very slong. They'll probably give it handball. You know what I mean? It's that big. Right. I'm going to
GBH, that.
Right. So I'm going to go for my goal scorers. I think Beto's going to start. So I'm going to give Beto another goal. He needs it. Fantastic for Beto to get a goal. So I think he needs another. So I'm going to go Beto, McNeil. I think Harrison needs a goal. Onana. Do I give it Mikalenko or Decore?
Mate, every time I don't go to Decore, he scores. That's why I went with it.
Yeah, I'm going to give it to Decore, but I do feel Mikalenko could get one. So there's my goal scorers: Beto, Harrison, McNeil, Onana, and Decore. But I want to give Mikalenko one. I'm tempted to make it 6-1. Their goal scorer, probably an own goal by Michael Keane or something like that when he comes on for Godfrey. I don't know. But I'm not going to... 5-1. 5-1. I could be right. 5-1, you get good odds on that. Right, keep your scores coming in because I can see them. I'm going to read them out in a minute. We finish the show. It's been a cracking toffee get-together. I love you all. Everton fans are the best. Jamie, I'll let you read them out again because...
Yeah, go for it,
mate.
mate.
Good reader, mate. You're a really good reader.
I was a good reader at school.
I was a really good reader at school. I used to read all the stories out loud. Right. Going to the very top. I don't want to miss any here. This Godfrey Keane thing is going to be interesting. That's the first thing everyone's going to look at, isn't it? When the
it's going to be the biggest talking point. Yeah, it's been the biggest talking point.
Here we go. Richo's as high as I can see. I'm sorry if I miss it out if you're above that. Put it in again if I do miss you out quick at the end. So, Jamie, go for it. Oh, no.
So that's just him. No, that's just him talking about the Spurs game. The first one was the Blues.
2-1.
Yeah, he's gone 2-1.
There we go.
With the goal scorers of Goodman, DCL, Michael Keane. But he doesn't say whether that's for or against us. And Jay Rodriguez to score.
So there you go. DCL, he thinks Michael. He's got your vibes. He thinks Keane could be good against Burnley. And he's got Rodriguez to score for them. The next one, here we go. Richo. Thanks for getting involved.
Richo's agreed with me. He's gone 2-0 Everton. He hasn't put it, but I do believe he said his scorers will be Decore and Beto. So we've agreed 100% there.
West Egg has gone. We don't know if you don't put your scores, fair enough, but we do like to see who your scores are because we want to know who's going to score.
Yeah, he's put 1-0 to us. Again, it wouldn't surprise me if it was a scrappy game and that's how the score ended up.
Next one. Thanks for getting these scores in as well. We have a little bit of fun with this. Here we go.
Again, something that doesn't happen on the channel very often. Me and Emma agreeing straight away. She's gone 2-0. She's gone Tarks and DCL. I'm surprised she hasn't gone for a Jordan Pickford free kick. But that's that.
Fuming about Everton's financial situation, but you still put us to win 2-0, so it's not that bad as long as we keep winning. There you go. 2-0 Tarks and DCL. Jamie, your 2-0s. Everyone's on the same wavelength as you here, aren't they? Here we go. This is my...
Yeah, this is the one I didn't want to read out. Here we go. My brother.
I said 5-1, didn't I?
Yeah, but look at the first. Look at the first goal. Look what he's done. So he's gone Burnley 1, Everton 5. He's gone with a Michael Keane own goal. McMessi. Is that 2 for McMessi or 2 for Harrison? Either way, it's 2 for one of those. Onana and Mikalenko. Yeah, and Mikalenko to score. So he's gone 5-1.
It's got to be 2-0 for McMessi because he's put underneath, you make me bloody feel Dwight friggin' McNeil. So Dwight McMessi. So he's definitely got in for 2. On to the next one, Chris Peacock. There you go. Score prediction.
Chris Peacock. Yeah, he's gone with me as well. He's gone 2-0, but he's gone better to get both goals very late on 85th and 92nd minute. I hope we've
scary.
Hope we've sealed up a goal before then.
I know, could be right though. As long as we win, I don't care. But that's a bit of heart attack. I mean, more grey hairs would appear on my head if that would happen. The Blues said 2-1. Paul, do you know this guy? Do you know who this is? Must be a new member. If this guy could subscribe on the channel, we'd appreciate it.
I've seen him in the Sainsbury's car park. He's got fogged up windows, and it seems like someone's tested his suspension off. So.
Happy birthday. Not even his birthday, do you know what I mean? Right, go on then. 2-1, the Blues. And he tells people Blues. There's his goal scorer.
Yeah, no goal. He put them in.
His
Harrison and Garner. Oh, he's got a bit left field there, hasn't
he? Yeah, I like that. Any more? Let's get him on. Good watch this. He's probably lapping his head off, and he Paul is. You know what I mean?
He's just got a shower, hasn't he?
He's recreating the Titanic, isn't he? You know what I mean? Right.
That's the first shout out. That's the first shout out he's had in comments all night now.
Nearly getting your comments on now. We have to. We can't miss you out. We love the comments, to be fair. That's what makes the channel. Nearly said 2-1 key own goal. But I was trying to be positive.
You should put a latest comment on.
Positive.
You should put a latest comment on how was dogging Paul. I think I've started.
Paul's gone offline now. Paul's gone offline. He's gone offline.
It's just been pulled over.
Oh, you love it.
Someone else has knocked on the window.
Yeah, proper banter. Happy birthday. Right. Thanks, everybody, for coming on. I love the channel at the minute. Top Bluecast is doing really, really well. And it's thanks to all you lot in the comments because the subscribers have hit, like James said, 515. So we aim for 516. There you go. We're a good channel. The channel is just what we make it. So the more Everton fans we can get on it, the more we can have a good get-together on this channel. It is doing well. Jamie, you said the other day when we hit 500, you was proud. We started not even knowing what this channel was going to be like. All we wanted to do is bring Everton fans together and to see the comments full all the time and us being able to interact with all you toffees, it just makes us so happy. It really does, because that's what you do now. If you want to speak to a few Everton fans, get on Toffee Bluecast. You'll have loads on before and after the game. We provide you a platform to speak to Everton fans and have a laugh. Jamie, right, we're going into this game. You said your score prediction. Yours was 2-0. A lot agreed with you. Mine was 5-1 with everything Everton. Me and him have got the same score prediction, 5-1. It's a hard game. Last words, Jamie. I'll let you seal the show now, mate. I'll let you go that little beautiful daughter of yours, mate, and write some more Christmas presents on the list. Right, go
on. Again, I think it's more of a thing for Everton. Just stick to our game plan, stick to what we do best, bring those 3 points home, up the fucking toffees.
Yeah, I think that as well. Don't take the foot off the gas, though. That's one thing I will say. We do need to keep this up now. We started something. Let's keep it going. Can't change our mentality now. We've got to beat Burnley. Won't be easy. Dogs of war. Treat it like we need to win this. Stay up. We go all at it. Think about the Premier League. Think about your best friend, Mr. Masters. You know what I mean? Put your anger into it. Yeah, think of Masters. and put your anger into the game. We need to make sure we stay up this season. We're doing really well, but we're not there yet. We've just started the journey. Thanks everyone for coming on. Just drop the banner now. I love the banner. I love the song. Evertonians with the flares. I love this because we've been through the hard times. We've rode the storm, and now it looks like we've got a good Everton team to watch. I actually like Everton now. I can't believe it. I actually love watching my players. Our team actually played for the badge now, Jamie. It's crazy, isn't it? They actually try for us.
Honestly.
Right,
Love Ever's comment. Masters, bangs, mastiffs.
Class.
I've started to be honest. So.